There we go. Alright, welcome to another episode of Adventures of Marr. I have the logo on screen so I can tell what we're actually playing for once. Recap from last time, nearly a month since we last started playing. The party got a quest to go kill some orcs. Someone said, no, kill some different orcs. And the party is saddled with a very annoying dwarven bard. And where we most recently left the party, they are at a camp of desert-dwelling gang called dervishes. So let's move the players to that screen. See who's everyone playing. Let's move that onto the screen.
Who are these two exiles from the camp? Why are they not allowed to be near the camp?
What exiles?
What have they done?
They're like
The two people who are clearly not socializing with the rest.
they're like 30 feet away.
They are not allowed near the camp. I'm sorry.
They're the lappers.
My thoughts exactly.
They're walking around, you know.
I mean, I would say that they're women and it's the red tent, but, you know, that women don't exist in this universe, I don't think.
It's two men going on a quote unquote. It's two men going on a quote unquote walk together.
Three of the people of this party are women, so
I don't think dwarves count as women. Nor do elves count as women because they're not people. Different reason, but still.
Wait, how is three? Hey, wait, what? No.
Yeah, it's four. It's four actually.
Oh yeah, it's four. Sorry, Chase.
Sorry, Chase.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, it's Alright, so it's up to you guys to decide how to approach these dervishes. There's I didn't put so on the map, but there is a kind of rise in the dunes, like right here as you approach. From what you can see in the... What time of day was it when you guys approached? I was going to say it's dark out, because that sounds most appropriate. From what you can see out there, there are torches of... Well, paired torches patrolling around... the tents, not that far away from your position, and there's a fire going in that circle of tents, and you can see at least 5 men and some horses can be heard from within one of the big tents.
Skagen would like to sneak up, crawling to the top of the dune to get a better look.
All right.
And do these dervishes have any kind of like markings? Didn't the ones that we encountered at the beginning of the last adventure have some kind of like marking, clan marking or something on their tents?
Yes, they did. I'm trying to remember what that was now. That was a long time ago. That was like 3 months ago. I think it was like a pair of dunes or something that those ones had on their tent. These ones have marking that looks like 3 wavy lines, like three tilde symbols on top of each other.
Okay, so Skagen would at least be able to recognize that it's not the same as the group that they befriended last time.
Correct. It's not the same people.
Okay.
Get back 1 second.
So she'll crawl back down and inform the rest of the group that that it doesn't look to be the same group that they knew from last time. Of course, I guess Lalatina was the only one that was there with them.
All right.
That's still in the group.
What should I roll to see if I do recognize them?
To recognize who?
These tribe people.
Knowledge local, but I'm gonna tell you that you're gonna fail because you haven't met these guys, I think.
So I don't even know about them locally. Okay, never mind.
Do you have knowledge local?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Well, you automatically fail anyway, then.
Yeah.
Can I roll knowledge local for it?
To know about the dervishes?
Yes.
Alright.
What do I know? Oh, damn.
You know that the dervishes are a loose collection of bandits and desert dwellers. Very few of them have any respect for the laws of the nations that trade through this area, and often do prey on the weaker caravans. So they rarely show up in large enough numbers to be considered a great threat to the nations around them. From what you know, they're mostly nomadic, and they have very few like big camps, and they're kind of disparate tribal entities, not unlike the orcs that you seek, but they're mostly humans, and there are even some dwarves among them.
Good to know. I assume there's no orcs among them because orcs are savages.
There have been orc dervishes before, but they're rarely kept around the big tent gatherings they have.
Are you sharing this information with those of us who do not have such massive local roles?
Are you asking? Also, this isn't a massive roll. I have 1 point in it.
Well, it's massive compared to what anyone else is having right now.
Are you asking for the information? Because if you are, I'm sharing it. But
Kill them.
Well, the last time any of you met, actually, I think Abdullah and Skagen are the only one here that have met the dervishes from last time. So,
yes,
Abdullah, or yeah, I keep making that mistake. Lalatina and Skagen.
Shut the fuck up. Look, despite me not hitting multiple times, even though I have +7 on attack, and despite me only being good for being a meat shield, I am not Lalatina, alright?
Despite having a hit rate of
literally
13%.
Despite being completely identical to Lalatina, I am not Lalatina, is what he said.
For one, I'm a man.
I doubt that.
X's and chapels.
Are we gonna change the gender of my character just because I keep missing shit?
Yes. Anyway, Varian, do you want to display your knowledge to everyone?
Yes, I explained that they are bandits and that they aren't affiliated with the people we're looking for, but they might know them.
Okay, and Braga takes this opportunity to add to his knowledge. You might guess how decent his information is by saying, yes, they are led by a fire-breathing dragon somewhere from the deep deserts. I have told such stories about this myself out in the taverns.
Can I roll intelligence to see if I...
Hey, Sid, who's this retard and where'd you pick him up?
Can I roll intelligence to see if I believe him? Or maybe it is wisdom.
Intelligence, yeah.
Okay.
Because he's not...
Do I believe?
He's not lying that he believes this. Yeah. But
Do they?
You can very well believe that they're led by a dragon.
Are they led by a dragon? Really?
No.
Truly, this bard his wisdom just is astonishing. Only a man as well read and traveled as him could know such things.
Varian is just facepalming.
And I'm really trying to not even in character not trying to sell it. Like I am clearly being hyperbolic to anybody with the wit to understand it.
Does anyone want to roll a sense motive to catch what Korinne's character is picking?
Let me roll sense motive. Wait, I have that as a skill, so I can roll it. I don't understand. I don't sense motive.
Erazem understands sarcasm. And so does Skagen.
I somehow do not sense motive, despite this being my second best skill.
Yeah.
I also don't sense motive.
I think Korinne is being genuine, and I am just perplexed.
Like, how could you believe this? Actually, let me double check to see how. Yeah, Korinne's character. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Skagen might not even might not believe that. Okay. Yeah. So Skagen believes that Sid is genuine as well.
Should I roll perform so that way that just so they can have something to roll against?
No, this is within bluff. You're passing on a secret message.
Bluff for you. Yes.
and apparently the only one intelligent enough to pick up on this is Bellatrix.
Listen, I have very low expectations of these people after knowing that they don't know of their wishes.
Should we say hi to them?
Probably the best before they say hi to us.
Okay.
Yes, Skagen asks Varian if he thinks that they would be amenable to talking with us, or if they would just attack us outright, based on what he knows about.
They shouldn't attack us outright, as we're not a caravan or carrying anything particularly valuable, as far as I'm aware. But even if they do attack us, it's better to try talking with them anyways, because they know the desert better than we do.
Okay. I immediately go down here to start saying hi.
Alright, let's check their perception, see if they see you before, well, it's going to be a very low roll requirement for them to see Chase.
I assume we have torches lit.
Yeah, you have that assumption, and Chase is very loud. So the men that were on patrol around the camp, see Chase, and one of them draws his bow and the other pulls his scimitar, looking at the the heavily armored man. That
Hello,
goes
we just
crawling
want to
over
talk.
den.
Chase, smile and wave. Just smile and wave.
Yes, I'm smiling and waving.
Oh boy, that's a terrible diplomacy.
I have a 9 at that. What the fuck? Fuck you, Gabe.
I
You
have
roll
zero
as well as
diplomacy.
in diplomacy as you do attacking.
I have 0 diplomacy, and there's a 50-50 chance that I roll better.
Yes, roll better, please.
Nope.
Still on higher than
Not
me,
at
so
all.
fuck you.
All right, so what are you
At least I didn't
specifically
build-
saying to them? You're just saying hello, or are you gonna insult their mother while you're at it?
I'm just smiling and waving.
I think me being an elf is enough, or half elf rather.
All right, so one of the men with the scimitar drawn says, "Who are you people?"
We are here to talk. We are asking for about local, what's it called, orcs?
You'll be on your way before the desert winds take you.
Are you the desert winds?
I'm not.
Master
I'm
Braga,
not-
perhaps they could use your help, and I'm just going to whisper to him in this diplomacy. Surely they've heard of you.
All right, Braga comes forward.
He's gonna roll better than us. There he goes.
He does. He has his strung lute slung from his shoulder, and he starts playing as he goes down the dune. Worry not, fair dragon, dragon-respecting men of the deserts, for I, Braga the Bard, am here. And he starts playing a couple notes. We are here to inquire stories of orcs in these lands. And these 5 are my traveling companions on this great journey.
Just going to curse under my breath. Shit, I was trying to hide behind the dunes so they didn't even see me.
You said the bard forward. The bandit looks significantly more receptive of Braga. He has a minus to charisma, guys.
Somehow.
How the fuck?
I have zero charisma, 0 diplomacy. All right.
I had +2 for it, but and I had it has 9 points in there. What the fuck, Gabe?
But of course, one of the guys is, what did he say about a dragon?
Bellatrix will step up to just approach him and tell him to take us to the leader. 'Cause we
We'll
want
take you to
talk
the
to
leader,
him.
alright.
Bellatrix could probably fucking.
Come on, I have a +10 in diplomacy, Jesus Christ.
I have a
Please
plus
fucking
13
roll.
in sense motive, and I rolled a 1. All right.
Yep, time to become another captive slave.
Yes, take us to your leader so we can enjoy stories of wild adventure here in the desert sands under the wings of your great leader.
Should we just let Braga handle this? Like seriously.
I'll be seriously go. Yes, -2.
And it might unironically be the best course of action.
He's the only one not trolling shit. Yes, apparently.
One guy looks at another guy. They're not that far from camp, and Braga's booming voice, of course, draws heads, and it seems like the guys there are preparing for something, but one of the patrollers is like, he puts his sword away and he says, I guess come to our camp and share your rations with us, and we will see what our leader wishes to tell.
Yes, that's good.
All right, so
Successful diplomacy.
Ah, victory.
Basically.
Just gonna grumble the whole way there. Walk behind the elf.
What's worse for Sid?
Wait,
The
why the
fact
fuck-
that the fact that your mark is actually succeeding on this journey, or the fact that he's still alive.
Well, look, you can feed him to the trolls later. It's fine. He's useful right now.
He shouldn't be. He genuinely shouldn't be fucking useful.
He shouldn't be, but also, am I roboting for you guys?
Nope.
No.
Because my Discord ping keeps jumping from normal to 1,000.
And it does it all the time.
In any case, I assume the only one who doesn't look identical is the leader.
Yes. You see a man that is standing at the mouth of a great tent where you hear horses making their idle noises of snorting or possibly whinnying within, and he, looking a dashing man with the bow upon his back, gestures the boldest of you guys to approach, either that being Lalatina or Braga or maybe Beltrix. He says, "And who are you people?"
We are simple travelers looking for news about the orcs that have been seen around here. Should I roll diplomacy?
Not for right now, unless you're making requests. The leader looks to one of the patrolmen that brought them forward. He said, then the patrolman says to the leader, perhaps we can have them trade us some rations for whatever you know. The leader, of course, curses under his breath and he says, okay, what do you have to trade for this knowledge, travelers?
I heard you needed rations.
I'm sure that the glorious Master Braga could regale you with a story and song in exchange for such information.
But of course I can. My performances are only the highest class and play in all the great establishments of Freeport.
So I've heard.
We're gonna die because of bandits. Because we let a fucking dwarf.
We're not going to die. We're just not going to get anything useful out of this.
I'm just gonna take like some earplugs or something and stick them in my ears before he starts singing.
Do I have to cast Restore Mind on myself after he sings?
Yes. The leader looks somewhat complex, and he says, complex by this, and he says, song is good, but food and water is much more valuable.
But my friends, he also dances.
Do you take money?
Fuck up.
Do you take money?
I do have it.
Your coin is no good here.
What about your toes? You could try trading your toes.
No.
Those are mine.
How many rations do we have amongst each other? Because I have 15.
Skagen has 28 rations.
Yeah, we can easily scrape together like 10 rations between us to pay them, right?
Yep.
Subtly saving you from Braga's music.
Yeah, let's. Everyone gives 2 rations since there's 5 of us.
6, if you count the dwarf.
I assume the dwarf went without rations.
Yes, you
and
would be
he's just going
assuming
to starve
correctly.
to death eventually.
He's been
Yeah, I
he's
assume
been
he's just gonna
taking
starve to death
samples
eventually.
of some of your food.
If
You're
I
his
see
escort after
a
all.
dwarf touch my food, if I see a dwarf touch my food, I am going to turn him inside out using blood magic. You understand this?
Sid could only hope.
Okay, I give you some of my rush. I give you some of my. Let's give them some of our food, and in exchange for the
Yes.
stories. Yes.
Yes. Let's trade rations.
Yeah.
All right, so everyone deduct 2 rations from your character sheets if you have rations in your inventory. If not, say so, and someone else will have to give up 2 more.
Yeah. Good thing I stocked up before you left.
Do I even have rations?
I have now 18 rations.
Is Sid the least prepared in the party for traveling?
Well, I didn't stick it in. I had a
Yeah.
mule, that was carrying my shit, so I didn't have to keep track of that.
Yeah. All right.
So what do they say to our offering of rations?
I'll just give him the oldest ones that suck.
After you trade over the food and maybe a water skin if you had one spare, he says, "This is good. What orcs do you wish to know about?"
were they?
What was the name?
There was 2 clans of orcs. One were the necromancer orcs, whatever they were called.
The Death Heads.
Yes, the death heads, and the other were
Ironhide.
Yes, the death heads and the ironhides.
Yes, we're looking for the Ironhide specifically. Yeah.
Well, we need to kill one and talk with the other. So it's good to know both.
We need to talk with the Ironhide and kill the Death Heads. Yes.
Yes, or at least that's the way that's gonna bring us the most amount of money.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't tell these people that we're trying to negotiate with Ironhides. Just that we're looking for the 2 clans of orcs to.
I'll have
hunt
you
them
know
and
that
kill them.
you're in the midst of them, and I really amongst each other.
Oh no! Don't please. We want to know about the Ironhides and the Death Heads. Specifically, where are they? Because we want to kill some of them.
Very technically correct.
Technically, yes. Oh yes, they are further along in the North Desert. The Ironhides specifically are very close to the road near the Giant Lands. On this side of the Giarnes facing desert. The Death Heads are closer to the mountains and prey upon what few dwarven settlements live in the shadow there.
Have you fought any?
I myself have not personally, but our leader has engaged with skirmishes against the Ironhides at some point in time, fighting over prey.
They're just
Okay,
feeding
okay.
The bard's delusion.
Yes, the bard is now going to weave this great tale of orcs fighting a dragon or something out in the desert.
Over prey.
Okay, thank you very much for for the information. Have you had any skirmishes with the Death Heads?
We do not venture close to the mountains. The dwarves do not carry much into the desert to make trade with the people of Freeport and many other nations. So we have not really run into their likes.
Fair enough. Okay. See you later.
He says, "Are you turning away from their fire for now, or?"
Let's watch our backs just in case they are bandits.
Yeah. 1 second. Someone's calling me.
I like how you guys have Chase's character doing the negotiations when all of you know that he is less than competent at understanding things.
That's what makes him so perfect for this. He's the only person dumber. He's the only person dumber than the bandits that we have. Well, maybe Braga, but do we really want to rely on him?
When you're depending on a fucking NPC bard to do all your stuff for you.
NPC dwarf bard who has negative charisma, you mean?
Yes. Okay, so as Lalatina announces her intentions to leave the camp, Braga says aloud, "Why leave? Why can't we stay for the night and share this fire and enjoy stories of the deep desert and the battles that were shared here?"
Because we're
We
on
have
a
a
time
job to
schedule.
do. Yes.
Are you?
Yes, we need to kill as many orcs as possible. The faster we get to killing orcs, the more we get.
My dense schedule does not involve sleeping next to people who proclaim themselves to be bandits.
That you are the only one that's knowledgeable that they are bandits.
I explained their bandit origins to the group.
Yeah, and
The fact that
Braga
nobody
explained that
appears to have
they're
listened is
yeah, Bellatrix, your character is torn beyond the knowledge of Braga and the knowledge of Varian, though Varian's knowledge sounds more grounded in reality.
somehow this fucking bard apparently is getting your attention more than me.
The dragon does sound
I'm
very
sure.
interesting.
I'm sure Braga could. I'm sure Braga could stay behind and regale them with his stories, and we can meet him up later. Right?
But I want to hear more.
Just shut.
Okay.
I think Korinne dropped.
Oh no. Korinne's communications were jammed.
It can only mean one thing.
This could only mean one thing.
We'll come back.
Sorry about that.
All right, so nobody has, nobody aside from Lalatina has said anything in character, but how does everyone feel about Braga's proposed solution of sitting by and staying a while? Staying a while and listen.
I believe he can do it if he wants to, and I'm not going to.
I must really head back to our own camp and tend to our horses, Skagen says.
but of course.
And Broger says, we can bring our camp closer, can't we?
The horses are
Yeah.
very finicky. Once they've made a camp for the night, they don't like to be moved.
Can you roll diplomacy
I
for this?
whisper to someone.
No,
I
bluff,
whisper.
bluff.
I whisper to one of them.
Okay, this is believable.
Oh, we do have horses. Should I roll something to see if I actually know that this is a lie or not?
Well,
I
sense
mean,
motive.
Skagen has horses.
Well, you have camels or horses. Or a mule in Sid's case. So if you wanna try to disbelieve Skagen's lie about how finicky the horses are, go right ahead and roll a sense motive. Braga will say,
Is Bragg
Okay, I wasted a fucking roll.
Yes, you did. You failed. Well,
I know she's bluffing, but I don't tell anyone.
Yes. Braga says, "Oh, really? That is quite a shame. Then I guess we must make camp elsewhere. Then."
Is Sid going to try to convince him to stay with the bandits and regale them with his stories?
I don't know. Probably just sit here and just shrug and be like, shit.
All right, Braga says,
this
"Oh
was
well,
this was a
that is a
useful talk.
shame." He then tips his hat to the bandit leader. Have fair adventures, friends, and do enjoy the rations. Perhaps some other time we can share a song or mead in Freeport. Not knowing, of course, that they're outlaws.
This man, this fucking man, I swear to God.
How is he still alive? How did he insult someone into getting him to be fucking
This is
killed?
what he did. This is what Korinne is doing currently.
And somehow the universe is causing Sid's plans to fail.
I mean, I'm guessing worst case scenario, he's gonna have to go take a shit, and I'm just gonna use my survival roll to make sure he doesn't come back from that.
The most difficult 1,000 gold Sid has ever earned.
Certainly the most. What was I gonna say? The most mentally taxing.
Yep. A lot of psychic damage dealt that day.
I mean, maybe I can find a
Yeah.
snake that's not poisonous, get it to bite him, and convince him that he has to do some weird shit because he's been poisoned.
All
Why
right.
not just find a poisonous snake?
Yeah, that would be a lot more simpler.
Would it?
Could
I
just
don't
let
know.
Skagen in on the plan and she'd kill him without a second thought.
Just poison a snake into his tent at night. That's all you need to do.
So, this purple area is the possible search location for finding the Death Head orcs. And for the Iron Hides, let's see what's a good color denoting this. This is the possible search location that you have to go through to find the Ironhide orcs.
What should we take care of first?
Death heads, I think.
Do we know? Do the orcs fight amongst themselves? Like, are the Death Heads at war with the Iron Hides?
You can make an assumption along that line.
Can we convince Braga to dress up as one of the orc factions and send him to parlay with the other orc faction?
Maybe.
I mean, we could, but I think he's a bit short for an orc.
I mean, I just want to give him one of their standards and a white flag and tell him to go talk to him. You can put an end to this conflict, Sir Braga.
Do the Death Heads have long hair?
They're not metalheads.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to wonder where Loyalty was going with that, but I guess that's what he thought.
It fits though.
I think we should take care of the Ironhides first, just in case they want to help us get rid of the Death Heads.
But they want to talk. I want to fight. Okay.
It is a pretty big distance. Maybe we get the fight anyways.
All right. Let's go to the Iron Heights then. If that's what you think we should do.
The Death Heads are closer, but the Ironhides have an actual road leading to them.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 1d2. 1 for Ironhide, 2 for Death Heads.
If we attack the Death Heads first and claim a few trophies off of them, we can show them to the Ironhides as like, look, we destroyed one of your enemies, so
your knowledge of
That
these
might be in
orcs
it.
isn't concrete enough to say that they're at war yet. Just saying.
1
or
for
as a
Iron.
threat,
do-
we can say, look what we did to the Death Heads. Either talk with us or we'll do the same to you.
I'm gonna roll a 1.
Trying to threaten an orc does not go well. So
I don't know,
You
it
see as not fucking Lalatina. I almost said that. Abdullah takes a coin
Abdulatina.
from his back. Shut the fuck up, please. Takes a coin from his backpack, from his pouch, flips it over, and it lands tails, and said, "Ironhide."
Alright, so what do you think is the best route for guiding you to the Ironhide orcs?
in the end, it goes down to Sid because she's the one rolling survival rolls.
Alright, so you want to just head due west?
Can I use my survival to try to take the most difficult path possible?
Ooh, that would be going
You're trying to kill just
northwest.
one of us, not all of us.
Go northwest and see if you can find orcs fighting out in the desert, or just exhaust everyone to the point of losing food and water daily.
I'm not trying to exhaust everyone, just the bard, because he's not used to being an adventurer. He's gonna get shitty quicker.
You say that, but I don't think everyone has that great of constitution scores.
All
I
right,
think
fuck
the
it. I'll
dwarves
try to
actually
take
have
him.
better
I'll try to
chances.
take him a good way, and if I can find a nice cliff to walk up, I'll take him up that.
You're going to be hard.
We're going up there for the view.
Yeah, we need to get a better view.
All right.
Well, in
I'll
that
take a
case,
not
we should head
difficult
to the
way, but
Death Heads
if I
because that's where the mountains are.
basically I'm trying to roll a way that is both, efficient, but also provides an opportunity for him to maybe have an accident.
Yeah, but towards the Ironhide is also the Giant Lands. Let's see. All right, since you know where you're going, you roll well in survival, and you're not really on the searching mode right now. Your next leg of the journey can take, you can do 25 miles. So here is your next camp. Right there. All right, and the travel to there was uneventful, and now you move on to the next day, where you make it back onto the road. Can I be roll survival for this leg of the journey?
Everyone?
Wonderful. We don't get lost.
Well, you didn't get lost for that part, but I don't know. Sid might be able to roll very low for your second day away from the dervish camp.
Are we doing anything in this camp, or are we just sleeping and moving on?
I'd assume you're sleeping and moving on, taking some mental damage, of course, from Braga playing, unless you want to roleplay with your fellow members and say, okay, look, this guy needs to die.
I can just
Has he
keep
done
listening
anything?
for a moment.
What would we roll to see if he's done anything particularly aggravating to one of the party members besides me, making me want to kill myself?
Will saving throw.
From everyone? Okay.
Let's see. Will saving throw from everybody.
I fucking succeeded for some fucking reason.
Okay, so it looks like only Scoggins getting
shit, sorry.
aggravated.
Jesus
Everyone
Christ.
else is a fucking Iron Will. They can take all the bad the bad sonnets and the bad the bad rhymes and puns and great things that
Scoggin
Braga has exposed you to.
Scoggin goes over to Sid in the morning and growls at her, "You need to do something about that." And she swears something in Elvish, Bard, or I swear by the gods, I will add his skull to my collection.
With this exact tone, well, that would certainly be a shame now, wouldn't it?
Bluff.
Roll bluff.
Okay, yeah,
Come on.
you can't possibly roll over that sense motive. So yeah, Scoggins now getting it too that you're in on the desire to kill Braga.
You just see me talking with the poet, the dwarven bard, saying, hearing one of his jokes and then laughing. You're so funny.
Whereas Erazem, Varian, and Lalatina are so much as
Now,
not
hold on.
fazed by that.
I rolled I rolled a 13, right? But has he promised me wealth or power? Because I
no.
do get a -2 if the will save promises me wealth or power.
Well, he has promised you fame because you're part of his ballot. Also, I would probably be generous and give Scoggin a pair of handmade, earplugs that are comically oversized, just to be like, here you go, this will help.
Yeah, but the will save isn't for what Braga isn't Braga affecting you. It's Braga's effect upon you. This is an insanity save right here.
Right, I see.
When Scoggin hears Sid's reply and the tone of it, a look of understanding comes across her. And she says, "Doesn't need to be an accident."
Just gonna kill him in the fucking morning and say, oh no, the bard passed away in the night of of head removed itis. I have no clue how that happened.
So, wait, is Skaget actually straight up asking me, is he supposed to die from an accident?
Yes.
Well, the desert is a dangerous place. Things happen. It's truly why we have to take such care with our survival and hire experts.
I see.
I'm trying to create as much plausible deniability as possible.
Or if we were to, if he would somehow step in the way of one of our blades when we're fighting the orcs, that would be a tragedy, I take it.
It would be a massive loss for the arts. Unfortunately, he is not as skilled in combat as he should be, and so we will have to take great care to ensure he stays away from harm.
I
Now-
shall make it a point to stick close to him so that during a battle, so that I can make sure no harm befalls him.
Please
Can
do.
any of us
God's
hear this?
willing, everything will be okay.
Can any of us hear this?
I don't know, can you?
I guess you would be eavesdropping since Skaget stalked off to talk to, Sid. After taking Sid aside somewhat because she wants to murder. I assume she wouldn't want
Wanna
her
roll
desire
perception
to
or
kill the
something?
dwarf to be widely known.
Yeah, she did kind of pull Sid aside to discuss this.
Okay, should I roll? Do you come to anyone else with that plan, or is it just between you two?
For now,
Okay. What do I roll to see if I'm laughing at his jokes?
I already had you roll will, and that's enough.
Okay. Since I rolled well enough, I presume that he hasn't been grating on my ears.
No, he has not.
I like you, friend. I'm not gonna let anything touch you. I pat him on the back.
I find myself in the odd position of being able to cast mass healing on 5 people, and there being 6 of us.
All right. Let us make haste. We need to talk or / kill orcs.
More survival.
Kill orcs. Yep.
Uh-oh. We get lost now?
Hold on a second.
What do I have to roll to avoid the quicksand?
You mean avoid quicksand, or make sure someone else doesn't?
Yes.
I think with that survival roll, you'd have to intentionally get a high roll to get someone into quicksand.
I was just joking with that. I was hoping we didn't.
But no, you can definitely continue on to find the road, and then you'll be able to continue at double speed. So, about 35. This would be where your next camp is, but you have an encounter for today.
Do we have to roll our will save before or after?
You didn't make it to camp yet, so you don't have to roll your will save. Trying to make something real.
will Skagen get a bonus to her will save, knowing that she gets to kill uh, the bard eventually.
Well, getting to kill someone doesn't necessarily alleviate the nerves of the person that is provoking your ire. Almost done.
How about that encounter?
Okay. I'm trying to do two things at once right now. Do. Okay, so in the desert, on the road, you find a man walking alone. The man is wearing a woven straw hat, straw sandals, a shawl upon his back, and loose, baggy trousers, and he has a walking stick. From the size of his pack and the small water skin upon his belt, he doesn't really look prepared for the deep desert, especially to face any sort of brigands like the dervishes you have seen thus far. As you're riding horses, you can easily outpace the man and say something as you pass.
Does he appear to be an older man, or normally, or like a? What age is he approximately? What would you say?
He looks a bit older than a fighting age person, and here's what I was working on, by the way. All right. Yeah.
So we encountered Tom Bombadil, did we?
No, I'm not that terrible. So do you want to say something to this man, or just simply pass him by?
Hello, who are you?
We should probably warn him of the dervishes, right?
Yeah. The man tilts back his hat as he's been greeted by Lalatina at top of his steed. What, do you have a camel or do you have a horse? I can't remember.
Do I have a camel or a horse?
Yeah, I remember you guys left renting mounts of kind. It's not really that important for this context. I just was.
I guess then I'm gonna have a camel.
Camel by camel. Anyway, the man tilts back his hat and looks at you with his blue eyes, saying, "Hail, travelers. Which way do you people wander? You look to be adventurers."
Yes, we are going to the Iron Heights, the orcs over here, to see if they are civilized, yes? Where are you going, old man?
It seems that we are going in the same direction, travelers. I've come from my temple to preach the ways of peace in this land. Hopefully, teaching nonviolence to those abound. Though I was figuring that I was wandering in the direction of the Deathhead clan.
Oh,
The Deathheads are slightly. The Deathheads are to the north. You're heading towards the Ironhides, though I do not advise going towards the Deathheads, seeing as they are a murderous bunch who practice necromancy.
Indeed, it is. It is one of the obstacles in the way of peace that you have to deal with the savage people that don't know the language. Where most in these lands only know strength, you must show them your curled fist until they relent. I believe the Deathheads might be the same way, unless they hold quite religious fervor about their decisions on what magic they practice. He says, looking down at the sands beneath him.
Do I recognize what kind of temple he's from?
Let's see. Knowledge religion. Yes. From the way that he's talking, you can tell that he is most possibly related to the Temple of Serene. Which, if you have that document open, the Serene Order is it would be the preachers of such a faith. So, yeah,
is
I
it
don't have that
similar
documented.
to?
Serenestra? Yeah, that was it.
Are they from the same pantheon of Aurora?
No. That'd be
Serenestra is
the
a air goddess, so
yes,
Kinda my guy.
maybe Bellatrix. Yeah,
goddess of wind, peace,
is it
and
the
the
same
moon.
air goddess as Bellatrix's?
All right then. Since you
Does
seem
that
to be.
make her?
Hmm? What
I
did
was
you want to
just
say?
wondering if being the goddess of the moon makes her the goddess of werewolves as well.
Unless those werewolves are very peaceful.
Oh, since we are riding to the Ironhide, would you like to go there talk to them first before you talk to the Deathheads?
He ponders this for a moment, and then he says, "No, I don't think I will. If you could point me in the direction of the Deathheads, I will wander that way with all haste. The practitioners of necromancy must be convinced quickly for the safety of their own souls and the souls that they condemn to suffering beyond their first death."
Yeah.
Can Skagen do a sense motive on him to discern if she thinks he's being sincere about this?
Certainly. Yeah, nice one, Bright. You can discern that he's being sincere in his beliefs, to your knowledge, at least.
I look at the rest of the group. Should we ride with him? I do not feel good leaving an old man behind.
What's the relationships between my temple and Serenestra's temple?
What was your faith again, Varian? Your weird blood god, right?
It was blood and healing and medicine, essentially.
Fucking Jeb.
It was Jeb. I'm sorry. There was no defined god for this, so it was Jeb.
Yeah, I didn't I didn't necessarily make an entry for that. That would be my bad. That I allowed you to get Jeb into this world.
Jeb, Lord of Blood and Life.
You should have clapped.
I mean, we all worship Jeb in our own way.
Look, just because he's a blood god doesn't mean that's
Well,
somehow dark. I mean, it could be, blood like family. That's a good value, right?
well, he doesn't.
Blood is good. Like if you have if you don't have enough blood, you die.
Well, I don't think the doctrines of Jeb say that you. God damn! I have to kill this god as soon as possible. They don't say that.
Jeb the Undying, Jeb the Eternal.
Jeb the Glock.
Okay, I have a question. What's the relation between his temple and my temple? Like, are we on good terms?
I'm trying to remember. There's very few ill terms with the four gods. The four goddesses. They're typically thought of to be more of good or neutral gods in alignment, and very few gods worshipped in Freeport are out and out hostile to them. Specifically because any one of the four are considered pretty major deities around the world. In the Astron Empire, for example, they're the four greatest of the stars that they revere.
Guys, I think we should go with the old man. I do not feel comfortable letting him go on his own.
I suppose I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah, likewise.
So thinking about it for a minute, Oraril might have a problem with Ostragosa because one would consider the other the false son or something like that. Your god can't be the son. My god's the son.
The thing is, if we take the old man along with us, we still have to murder the Death Heads. There's no getting around that.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose there is, but we lose the money.
And you think this man would be successful in convincing the Death Heads to make peace?
I ask him if they attack us and we...
I mean, he's not one of you, so he probably can roll pretty well on his diplomacy roll. So
I turn to the old man and ask him, well, if the Death Heads attack us first and we kill them in self-defense, are you okay with that?
He looks at you for a moment. You are adventurers by trade. I do not interfere in your line of work, especially when you are bidden for money and trying to feed your children and yourselves. Though I cannot condone your actions of immediately dashing out into the desert, trying to kill as many people as possible. Is that why you seek out the Ironhides and the Death Heads?
Well, we seek the Ironhides to talk. We know that the Death Heads worship necromancy, so we are tasked with killing them, lest they kill more people. I am a follower of Oraril, you see, and I am... and it is my duty to protect the people first and foremost, before even money.
Then yours is a just journey. However, I would caution you to let any who run or renounce their ways to be allowed to pass in safety.
Hmm.
No.
This is the life eternal. For an idea cannot be killed.
But Jeb is not the one who claps.
He commanded the clap. That's close enough. Very well. I disagree with your journey. I do not think that the death heads are going to be turned to good, but I cannot fault you for trying. They are headed. Do I know where they are exactly, direction wise?
Well, if your
Does
character
anyone
remembers.
care what the Great Master Braga think?
Oh, you're.
No.
Man, thank you for asking. Ooh, that's not a.
Also, hold on. That like wouldn't this complicate your plans with Braga?
I mean, if he's going with someone on a fool's mission to convert evil orcs to not be evil orcs, it's probably the most surefire way to make sure he dies. Unless this dude is secretly like a god walking around in human form
But
trying
how
to
will
test
you get
us.
how will you get the proof
This
of
this
his
dude
death?
is walking. No, this dude is walking alone into an army of orcs. I would be surprised if he wasn't secretly a god.
Or
I mean, you
he's
do
just
make a good
retarded.
point.
And he's a priest, meaning he probably has healing too, so this does complicate the Braga issue, but I am all for heading with the old man.
I mean, honestly, I don't care either way. I was just kind of curious to see if Braga would open his mouth and say something stupid.
Well, he's going to do just that. He says, "This talk of peace does not make for great stories. Though I suppose if you do convert thousands to the greatness of, oh Jesus Christ, let's see. I probably should have a
Jeb the
table built
Redeemer.
for this." What would be the best die to roll for this? Let's say. Okay, Jeb the Clapless.
Heresy.
We all clap, for we have no choice.
It would make for a great tale to share to all around Freeport. I can see it now. The journey of the lone priest of Yeb. All prostrating before a singular clapping. The man looks somewhat perturbed at this bard, and he says, "I am of why do I do this to myself? Why do you make the NPCs talk to each other?" I am of the Serene
Because
Order.
you gave us two NPCs.
Yeah, I know. Well, I gave you one NPC to kill, and you just happen to have every other encounter in this game is built around encountering NPCs.
So what he said is that he is a follower of Jeb the Serene.
I'm of the Serene Order. I follow Serenestra. Your mic is live there. Whoever had people talking in the
I don't
background.
know whose mic that was. Well, anyhow.
It is our way to bring peace to these lands, whether peace is desired or no. For peace is the best for all thinking races. And I can only pray that you find some peace rather than enjoying spreading rumors of tales blown widely out of proportion.
Bellatrix smirks when he says thinking while talking about orcs.
Great racist party.
Just because they have limited thinking doesn't mean they don't have thinking. They think about murder and violence all the time.
Yes, if this is all, though, I will depart to the north. And thank you for regaling me of this information.
We can accompany you if you would so desire.
Traveling
Leaving an old man
companions would
to
be...
wander into death's grips themselves.
It is kind of you to suggest this. I feel I would do quite fine on my own, but if your conscience so wishes to join me, I do not disapprove of company on the roads. Or roadless places I seem to be wandering into this time.
I suppose we're heading to the Death Heads first, then.
So you wish to change course now?
Yes.
Yeah, let's
makes
go with
sense.
this guy.
Okay, let's move that there then.
Oh, before we start going, I go down off my camel and I offer him to ride on it.
He raises a hand. I can walk just finely. You have quite the burden upon your back, and mine is rather light of burdens.
It's not a matter of walking, it's a matter of manners. It is manners to give someone else, the elderly, the convenience. Out of respect, you see.
That is quite a fine code that you live by. I would have to insist that you take upon your steed so not to tire yourself.
Should I roll diplomacy to get him to ride on the fucking camel?
If you insist one more time, though, he'll ride on your unruly camel on his own.
I insist.
Jesus Christ. For something inconsequential, you can roll fucking high. You can roll into the stratosphere. But the second that you need to talk to someone that's openly hostile, you're gonna drop down to natural ones.
Yes, it's my curse.
It's because you
especially
didn't clap for Jeb, Lord of Dice.
Ah, you're right. Oh, Jeb, will you ever forgive me? Let me clap for you right now.
The G in RNG stands for Jeb.
That god is gonna die.
Apparently, all of them
Listen,
are gonna die.
Give me a replacement, and I'm willing to. Like, that's just. a standard in
I'll
my
be
character,
working on it fucking
right?
tonight. I swear to the old gods and the
Good.
new.
You swear to Jeb.
And Jeb.
I swear upon the one who brings the guac. Yeah. Anyway.
Let's carry on the journey.
All right, I'll have everyone roll another round of will saves because they're going to experience another night of Braga.
Oh, shit.
All right, Scoggins only getting worse. Now, Braga has said something to offend the great Ororil, and Chase is now, or Lalatina is now completely perturbed by him. Sid avoids going insane, and
What did he say? Did he talk about how Bright died? Set Abdullah into crying about his lost comrade?
no, he said something about Orville.
He didn't criticize the toes, did he?
He didn't. You didn't roll for the priest.
This is true. Roll for the priest. See if the priest kills him. That'd be great.
The priest breaks his moral code just to kill one single fucking poet.
Unfortunately, he's unshaken by the Braga's tongue.
Is it a is it a 10 save?
No, he saved well. I'm not gonna reveal any stats to you.
No, but what?
Is
the difficulty 10? Because if the difficulty is 10, I cannot fail this.
It should get progressively higher.
Yeah, it's going to be going one higher for every stop you make. So let's say, you've happened to make 5 stops, so you have failed that.
Oh, perfect! Thank God.
Okay,
Thank God I failed the will save. Jesus Christ.
I take a moment to meet with Sid and talk to her. Sid, I do not usually
Although this
say
does mean that my next save is a -2.
Sid, I do not usually say this, but I don't like the bard.
Sid, any assurances to offer your friend Lalatina?
So I'm lost because I feel like, being sarcastic with him is kind of being, talking down to a child. I don't want to be mean. So I'll probably just pat him on the back and say, don't worry about it.
You'll take care of him?
Okay, now I can't help it. We'll take real good care of him.
Oof, okay. Thank you. He just goes on his merry way.
And
Varian is
Varian,
just
you
thinking
want
to
to
himself how
post
he
some
only has
complaints?
5. Look, I can only heal 5 people at a time, and I suppose he's not one of them.
1 second, I need to go for a second.
All right.
As Braga plays, Skagen is sharpening her sword, just staring daggers at him.
And God, you're gonna like it next when he plays Wonderwall.
He's been playing nothing but Wonderwall for the entire fucking journey.
And every time that he's ended, he goes, anyway, here's Wonderwall.
I said maybe.
It's a classic, he says. Everyone enjoys it. Alright, so
So, what is he playing it on?
he has a lute.
Do we take sanity damage? Do I have to spend spell points to heal us up?
I'm very much considering that Skagen took sanity damage because Skagen failed the first will save. But I don't want to inflict that cruelty upon you because sanity is no fun. Or insanity is no fun. There we go.
Well, I can.
That's right.
Restore 1d4. I can restore 1d4 of sanity damage. But
Every time you fail a save, you take 1 sanity damage. All right. Well, every time after the first. All right. So to the northeast you go. Another survival check from Sid.
Korinne?
Sorry, what?
I need another survival check from
Survival roll.
Sid.
Oh. Yes, more survival.
You will be rolling lots of survival.
I will
Alright.
survive. Hopefully Braga won't.
Yeah, like, the way this is going, you might unintentionally kill him.
With our luck, he'll end up becoming the king of the Death Head Orcs and leading a fucking,
Wouldn't that be fun?
An excuse to actively kill him.
Alright, so each day brings you closer into the Death Head lands, but each day also brings you a day closer to the day that you go insane listening to Brad the Bard tell his most listened to
I'm back.
stories from the tavern on repeat. Welcome back.
Is
It
his
doesn't sound like
loot
he's
by
back.
chance a living object?
No, not now. Do you want it to be?
So I can't use essence. I can't use essence manipulation to fucking kill it.
No, you cannot. No, that's the unfortunate part.
That's a real shame.
You could always
Unfortunately,
try to
that
ask
doesn't
him to
apply.
play a different song and see how you react.
I could cause myself to bleed from my ears.
I like that before I even described what he does on the first episode, you just decided that he's the most annoying thing ever. Made my job easy.
I suppose
Alright,
it's full roll time.
Gotta check. Alright, on your journey through the desert, let's move you to this map. Please put your tokens in the southwest corner.
كل review.
Oh. Someone new was talking there.
Weebles chases dead. Or maybe that's just what Chase sounds like when he talks.
Maybe.
You said maybe?
Don't do this. I said if you would please to put your characters there, but I only see 2 characters there.
I don't know how to.
I don't know how.
It just drag and
Click and drag.
drag
Yeah.
your. Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Click and drag from where?
Like
From
you know
the,
on the right where the journal is,
journal.
you have your character sheet that you normally click on to open it up. Just click on that
okay.
and drag it. I already dragged your character over. Goddamn, Lolatina is huge.
Wait, click and drag what now?
It's too late. I already did it.
I don't actually think I can do it because I have the character sheet open in a new window.
No, that's not how it works. You just see where your character name is. You just drag that over. Though, unless I think if you work on a tablet, you probably can't do it that way. Oh, and I forgot to get the old man, so let me quickly grab something for a stand-in.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Or so you say.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. Well, sorry about that. He's just telling me we don't have much time. It's the Wi-Fi is going to be cut after some time.
The Russians are coming.
Nah, it's something to do with my family. Stupid stuff.
Ah, your family's coming.
I assume Chase is decently far away from Russians.
Look,
Yes.
loss of communications can only mean one thing: invasion.
Anyway, let's play the game before I lose connection.
All right, so in the dimming desert light, you can see orcs wandering in the northeast. These orcs are savage as you know them well to be. They're armored in padded leather, and they have axes crudely made in their hands, and their faces of grayed out skin from days in the desert have been painted white with to look like skeletal visages.
So, old man, here they are. If you wish to talk to me, you have now the chance. But do be warned. We will not let them come. We will not let them harm other people. So, if you could not convince them, we are going to have to take drastic measures.
All right, very well. I shall go do upon my task.
Braga, perhaps you should go with the priest to assist him in his efforts. Surely a bard of your skill would would enhance his ability to deal with the orcs. I mean, perhaps even these savages might have heard of your fame.
Truly, such great art always calms the savage heart.
Let's see. If,
Before you go, sir, perhaps you should take some precautions for your own health.
So Braga is like, but of course I'll undertake this journey to soothe the savage hearts for grand tale. Yes, I can see it now in all the bars and theaters of Freeports. They will tell of how my voice has persuaded even the savage mind to peace.
And before he actually does that,
Okay.
Well, since this might be a start of a combat encounter, I am going to overcharge my.
Why would this be the start of a
revitalize.
combat encounter? You only sent the bard to go with
Because we're sending Braga. Right, I'm using mass magic on the revitalize, and I'm targeting everyone except myself and the bard.
Okay.
So everyone has fast healing 5 until 8 hours have passed, or they healed 400 health.
Oh, you have all the cure talents?
Yes.
Awesome. Alright, so the... let me check if I turned on that Pathfinder thing for this one. Is it Pathfinder Grid? No, it's 5th edition grid. Alright, fix that.
And I have to, where is it? See? Myself, so I'm not fatigued.
All right, the haggard man moves forward rather swiftly to the orcs. He stands at a halfway distance between the party and the orcish band, and while Braga's barely able to catch up running behind, the orcs notice that the man is there and their weapons are clearly drawn and they're ready to charge at him. And he says, halts. In the name of the gods that are good, put down your arms and we may yet talk with ways of peace. And of course, the orcs have this feral growl and roar.
Skagen, sorry to interrupt. Skagen grabs Varian and Bellatrix by the shoulder and whispers to them, perhaps we should stand back while the priest attempts to parley with them. They might not take kindly to the sight of elves, she says to Varian especially.
Yeah, elves always ruining the party's ability to sneak around.
Sorry, I'm back. I didn't hear. What was that?
Skagen told
Didn't
Varian.
hear what Duck said.
Yeah, Duck said to your character that you should stay back because the elves might infuriate the situation.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm only half elf, so I'll only half infuriate the situation.
Yeah, it's not like you brought a Braga out here that would completely fuck this up or anything.
Well, I specifically avoided giving him the revitalized talent, so let's look back.
Braga comes forward in a huff. The man clearly faster than he, even not considering the short legs of a dwarf. He says, yes, do stop. It is I, Braga the Bard, here. We will convince you the ways of peace and Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus!
They will
My
convince you
honor!
of peace of, they will convince you. They will convince you of Jesus Christ.
Can't exactly oppose that.
Lo,
Oi,
hear the
what
way
the
of
hell is
song. Lo, hear the way of song and soothe your savage souls. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Okay, let's see if we're... Yes! There we go. He breaks a string at his lute as he starts playing, and the orcs look somewhat confused for a moment because they were somewhat convinced by the dwarf's diction for just the briefest of moments before reminding them that, of course, they don't give a fuck. And
He almost succeeded.
He needed to get 2 20s, but right. So the orc on the lead charges the old man, and in a quick flash, the orc is inexplicably on the ground, but before the man, knocked on his ass by a swift kick to the legs with the man's quarterstaff. The wandering priest tosses his head aside. If the way of the Force is one you decide to walk on, the way of violence is the path you decide to walk, so be it. I shall quell you with my fists. and combat begins.
Ooh, should we roll initiative? Yes.
Let's see. I swear there's a way to just have everyone roll initiative. Yeah, it doesn't. All right.
Don't forget to roll for Braga.
Okay, Braga is gonna. Let me just roll twice. The first one is for the man. Okay, that's a good initiative.
We never asked the old man's name, did we?
No, you didn't. You're very rude like that.
What do you mean rude? We're helping him out. At detriment. to
You
ourselves.
forced him to ride upon your camel, and you didn't even deign to ask his name or his tail. And you're just like, oh, you're an old man. You
We
can't
asked
handle
his
yourself.
tail, though. We did ask his tail, though, and he told
Okay.
us his tail.
All right, Scoggins' turn.
Skagen will pull out her bow and feigning an attempt
Shoot
to
directly at
shoot an arrow at one of the orcs. She will actually be aiming for Braga.
Oh, God. All right.
Already?
It's going to be out of your first. It's going to be out of 30 feet, so you're not going to be able to get a sneak attack on him from there.
You gotta
Even
move
though he's
first,
flat-footed.
and then,
So you have to be within 30 feet of him.
move first and then fire.
All right, so from there.
Yep. Just so you get the maximum damage. Okay, and roll your sneak attack die as well. All right, you do 19 damage to a poor bard that was on his journey of betterment. Let's see, what would the health of the bard at that level be? If he's
Weapon misfire.
unconscious now. Unconscious and dying.
Oh
weapon
no!
misfire.
What horrible thing have I done?
Roll
Whereas
bluff.
the only one that hasn't failed a will save is Bellatrix. Doesn't know why this happened.
I assume she knows why. Context clues and all.
It still look weird.
The true question is, how does Abilla react to this?
How could I miss? It's such range.
Okay. Roll deception, please.
You roll bluff.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Well, hopefully I still fail it. I still have it.
Now you should console Skagen. It's okay, friend. Sometimes things happen.
Yes, sometimes these. It's all right, so long as you save him. Here, I can save him. I can save him the moment I reach him.
All right. So
Takes 3 years to reach him.
So over on this part of the battlefield, the orc that engaged and was immediately knocked down by the man gets hit with a swift kick, and he's now unconscious. And the man seems to take up a defensive posture, standing his ground over there. Move this guy from the initiative order. Alright, Sid's turn. Yes, Korinne?
I suppose. Nah, I'll just walk. Fuck it.
Just one move?
That's as far as I can move, unless I run
Well, you can do
or
a second
charge,
move.
rather.
You can move twice in a round.
All right, there we go.
Alright, Beltrix.
Well, have nothing smart to do anyway. Or maybe. Wait. Huh. Okay. Go here. And I just blast wind in their face. Severity 4, which is this.
Isn't
I'm
very
supposed to
four
in chat.
basically verging on tornado?
No. Check the chat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's a bug that I didn't have to fix there. Alright. Who's what? Okay.
I
Alright, so
basically
you're
just
making a dust storm in the... How big is the area?
it's a geomancing range, which is 170 feet. So
And what's the area?
of a cone.
Okay. Alright, so vision is now obscured in this cone here. Let me draw that out. Alright, Lolatina.
It is my turn. Wait, let me see here. My movement speed is 25, I think, because of the heavy armor.
20, yeah.
Your armor makes it 20, yeah.
So unfortunately, I can only make it towards here. I can't make it towards there.
You can have two movements.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
but
can
then
move
I
up
can't do
to-
an action.
Right. Well, it's
And
better
it's still
than
swift action? Because
moving,
Lay on
so you
Hands
can-
is a swift action, right?
Well, for yourself, it's a swift action. It's a standard action for others.
Okay, I do make it over here.
Okay.
And that just ends my turn, I guess.
Yep. Braga, let's roll fortitude save for him. Unfortunately for you guys, he stops bleeding. All right, Varian. Are you going to fix that problem?
Well, I theoretically could bleed him to death, but I think just not healing him is gonna be enough on my part.
Well,
So
he
I'm
may
moving
survive
here,
this.
And that's my turn.
He just needs one
Well,
good
I'm
rest,
pretty
and
sure,
he's on his feet again.
I'm pretty sure Chase is gonna make sure he survives this.
Okay. Skagen?
Skagen will move up to Braga and say, "Oh no, what did I do?" And she's going to feign trying to pull the arrow out of him, but instead twist it and then snap it off so that the arrowhead is stuck inside of him.
You want to do your
just
sneak attack
violently
damage
pull
on
it
that?
out with all your strength.
You want to add sneak attack damage to your weapon roll? Okay. And add 1d4 because it's the damage type for an arrow, essentially. Okay, yeah, he's dead.
This man is fucking dead.
What
This man
did
is
you?
very dead.
No.
And Sid did not have to lift a finger. The incidental assassin is the best assassin.
Should Skagen roll a bluff now to make sure I don't know that?
I thought you wanted the bard taken care of.
Yeah. Oh,
He didn't
you know
want the
me.
bard to die.
Yes. Simply taken care of does not equate to be killed. Okay, never. I don't think I can even reach that.
Look, Skagen just lost her footing, tripped, and had to catch herself somehow, and it just so happened that her sword fell right into his neck.
Okay, I'm gonna have to sense motive. Unless I roll a 20, I'm not going to be able to know.
Too close.
So fucking close. Yes.
Alright.
She's a good actor, but Varian feels as though he should take a 5-foot step next turn.
Oh shit, I erased the orcs from the initiative order. Jesus Christ. What were they rolling again? It was... One second, I have to add them back in. Where the hell did their rolls go? Okay, there it is. 2, 12, and 12. Okay, so they would have been able to move up. Though their sight's been restricted by the sandstorm. Except for that one. Just gonna quickly add these guys.
Man, it's such a shame that Revitalize doesn't, or not Revitalize, Revive doesn't show up until next level for me.
Oh darn! I can't raise him back from the dead.
Thing is, I probably won't take it even if it does show up for me.
Because you don't want
As,
to raise your party members because you want the same thing to happen to someone else.
No,
Is
it's because it's like one. You get one turn, and I can move 20 feet a turn. Like that shit ain't happening.
Well, you can grab that, and you can grab ranged healing.
I do have ranged healing, but like
Then you don't need to. You don't need to worry about moving because revitalize is based on cure.
well, if I have ranged healing, I don't really need to care about revitalize either until I need it for.
Well, if someone
revive,
takes
I
fatal
don't,
damage, you can't heal them no matter how much range you have without revitalize. Anyway,
yeah. Anyway.
the monk moves forward and seeing the silhouette and orc in the sandstorm. Let's roll his D100 for the concealment. He got it. Okay, so roll D20. And he missed. Okay. Alright, Sid's turn.
Yeah, we'll go over here. And we will see how good this orc's footing is.
Alright, that hits the orc's AC. Yep.
Can you bull rush after that?
Automatic bull rush if it hit. Question is, do I need to, does he just fall down or does he get punted?
Bull rush, if you move him 10 feet, he will be prone. It's 5 feet for every 5. Oh, and I don't think you beat his combat maneuver. Yep, he didn't get moved.
I could have used them being closer to his friend.
I'm trying to. Let me see something.
Alright, Erazem, your character's turn.
Okay, so it's. Hold on, let me link it. Because this has confused me for a while.
Let's see, any homos are also hit with a free bull rush attack.
Yeah, substituting your attack roll for the combat maneuver.
Alright, so yeah, you did succeed that combat maneuver then. Yep, and you get 5 over, so he's pushed back. Prone. And I think he's dealt 1d6. Yeah. So roll 1d6. Alright. Alright, and that orc attempts to
Did you skip me?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was you're
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you go.
Quick to shot. Have 2 surges. I do full damage as a full round action, so that's 2 die for 1 surge and 3 damage die for the second surge.
Okay, so roll your attacks.
The first one goes to... No, actually... I'm going to target this guy that's still standing. Both times.
Can you see through sand?
I stopped concentrating. It's not.
Okay, so it's stopped being
accurate.
ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just do non-lethal damage.
All right. So you hit one, and then the guy back here, or the one on the ground?
The one standing.
All right, the one standing has 12 non-lethal damage. And the one over here is 20 non-lethal damage, and he is now. Let's see, that's for unconscious.
No, I can't target that one.
Oh, you can't? Okay.
No, it's I said both attacks on the guy in melee.
Oh, okay then. But
Yeah.
he's unconscious now. Alright, and now he can't do his turn anymore. And now it's the other one who tries to get up, but he is hit and knocked unconscious by the good man with the staff. Though he didn't hit him with his staff, he hit him with his with a kick. All right, Lalatina, you're in charging range of that orc, or you can try to heal up Braga, but he looks to be in a pretty bad state right now.
Braga's
His body's a bit
Braga's
stiff.
beyond healing.
As I see that, I just tell Raga, do not worry, I'll be back for you, alright?
Okay.
And I charge the orc.
All right. Well, you hit.
What do I roll?
The answer is no.
Your attack. Because charging is either a melee attack or... Okay. Wow, the one time you hit. Alright. Alright, you dealt 7 damage, and now it is time for Varian.
Do I siphon the life from the undead ones, or do I try to kill the living one?
Undead one?
Or the
You mean
unconscious
Braga?
one, sorry.
Because everyone else is just
Braga's the
unconscious.
dead one. Yeah. I think I'm gonna siphon the life from the unconscious ones, so Crimson Vortex centered on here. Oh, I can't. Oh, god damn it. Where's the tool? This square.
Okay.
They have to make a fortitude save, or they're under my blood control. Both of them make the fortitude save.
Both of them unconscious.
Oh, I just do it
make
again.
The fortitude save.
I just do it again.
But that was your standard
Wait, no,
action.
I can't. Not this one. Sorry. Yeah, that's a standard action. The other one I can do again. I suppose I move closer to the other one then.
Okay. This orc, seeing that there's someone helpfully behind Chase, he shoves him.
Yeah, I wasn't behind Chase because I couldn't be behind Chase. I can move 20
Okay.
feet, so it would be here. So he would probably just attack Chase, right?
Yep, he attacked Chase, dealing 3 damage and giving him the battered condition.
How does he hit me?
He hit your touch
Okay.
AC.
Okay, fair enough. My current HP is 44.
And does a combat maneuver of, I think it's effectively 21, be your CMD?
Am I what?
What's your CMD on your character sheet?
17.
Okay, so you're pushed back 5 feet
Oof.
by his whatever that pushing maneuver is called. I completely forgot.
Bull rush.
Yep, bull rush. And because he has this, you're also knocked down.
But he doesn't have hammer. That's fortunate.
Yeah, he doesn't have hammer.
Hammer is like stupid good.
Alright, Scoggins' turn.
Scoggin will move to here and shoot at that orc with her bow, saying, "The fight must go on. It's what Braga would have wanted."
Sure. Alright, you deal 3 damage to him. And it's this guy's turn, and he comes forward and deals... Yeah, I think it still hits. Definitely hits. Knocking this guy unconscious again. And combat's over.
Jace should immediately automatically heal up all the damage he has. Fast healing is good.
Yeah, you heal 5 hit points, which is 2 over what damage you've taken. Alright, the man standing there with his staff looks over the environment of the combat, somewhat disappointed. It seems like there was much blood spilt today. He says, looking
Only
at
one person is dead, and it wasn't an orc.
looking towards the now stiff and still body of Braga lying in the sands. Inexplicably, only an arrow was shot into him, and nothing else of this combat even went close to him.
Do the orcs even
Does
have
he know
bows?
that?
Can we blame it on them?
No, I don't. That was on his back. I don't think we can.
I block his vision and say, he was Sid's friend. Sid should handle the burial.
Braga had information leading to the arrest.
just do your geomancy and bury him immediately, as to not raise suspicion.
Is he dead?
We should we should check to make sure if he has any coin on him.
Any payments that could be traced back to his assassins? Yes.
But you know, it's what he would want. He wouldn't want anything valuable to simply go to waste. We were his friends after all.
Turns out he's completely dead. The only thing to do is to rifle through his pockets and look for loose change. Yeah.
Does the old man have the ability to raise him from the dead?
No, unfortunately not.
The old man appears to be an open-hand monk.
The question is, if he decided to kick our ass, could we take him?
No.
Yes, because I could just bury him in sand without even doing it. He would just be a head sticking out of the sand.
Now we probably could take him provided the Erazem gets the first initiative. Because Erazem could just spam 5 blast salvos and knock him down for sure, and from that point on, it's just juggling him.
I know not what this man did to you to cause such a accident to befall him. Though I believe this is, in the name of peace, this is where we must part ways. I do not consider that your weapons are for the path of peace.
I'm gonna throw some sand in my eyes and pretend I'm trying to hold back tears when he's not looking.
I disassociate myself from this group of individuals.
But no, you can't be dead. I need to. Can I try and heal?
You can, but it's going to be like filling up, a bucket with holes in the bottom.
I rolled a 5. How bad do I fuck up?
Is that your heal skill?
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah,
That's my heal skill, yes. I do.
You put a bandage on a unwounded limb, and you're like, "You'll get through this. You'll be better."
That's honestly adorable.
How could he possibly be dead? Who will play Wonderwall for us now?
What's Wonderwall? He never played anything. He's just broke.
So, what does Skagen find as she searches his
God fucking damn it. I asked, while this is happening, I asked the monk his opinions on leaving these orcs alive.
Well, first off, Scoggins' question: 2 platinum, 12 gold, and 3 copper. And the man looks away from the looting of a corpse freshly slain by the savage elf, and says, "I think it's best for you guys, for you people, to make your separate ways from my path. I will look and care for these orcs and ensure that they see the light of peace at some day."
I'm sure he can handle himself, and it really is a shame I can't drain them of all their blood fluid.
Do any of these orcs have the staves that the Death Heads were said to have?
They are all wielding axes. They have some clan-affiliated belts upon their waist. And they're all wearing like variations of leather armor.
Take the clan belts so we can report some dead.
Yeah, Skagen goes to remove the belt from the one that she's standing next to.
The man asks, and I suppose this is your one of your bounties that you adventurers are claiming?
Yes, the people we report to only asked for the belts, so we need not kill these orcs to claim their belts and thus satisfy the bounty if their lives satisfy your requirements. we can take the belts and be on our way.
I would hope that if you were ever to desire to enter the halls of the Serene One and any civilized place, that you would do the same that I have done here for these orcs. Leave
Oh yeah,
them
we'll
alive
beat
and
the
divest what
shit out of
proof
them.
you
Don't
wish.
worry. We'll brutalize them with our fists. Don't worry.
Well, they're all unconscious. They're not dead and dying.
This man knocked an orc prone, and I assume axe kicked him to death, or unconsciousness at the very least.
Unconsciousness, yes.
He fucking
one swift
he curb
strike.
stomped an orc. He curb stomped an orc. I don't care what his quote unquote peaceful methods are. Curb stomping someone is not a peaceful act.
I'm still just pretending to cry and saying, "How could you have missed? You never missed. How
Could-
could you miss?"
Could you roll a bluff? Because that is.
I will roll a bluff. I might get lucky.
Completely
I cannot roll that
monotone
low.
crying.
Even fucking Abdullah says, wait,
Like, can the monk?
I am
Can the
lo-
monk tell that I'm lying? Maybe he'll fuck up and roll a 1 or something.
Well, even if he rolls a 1, he still succeeds.
He has
Yeah,
wisdom.
heroes literally
He
at
has
2.
he has wisdom
Monks have
enough to
wisdom.
do this.
Does wisdom give you? I thought that was.
Wisdom
To
and
be
since
confused.
motive ranks will definitely win that one.
I literally
Wait.
cannot low below 14.
Well, does he know that? Is
I
the
really
monk
don't
fully
want you
aware
guys
we're
to
all full of
fight this
shit?
character.
Did you actually hit him?
So is the monk making it clear that he's aware we're full of shit? Or at
Yes,
least 2 of us are.
You have definitely lost a lot of reputation with the Order of the Serene.
Look,
Probably the only way to break
alright,
even with
I-
this is to not kill all the orcs that you come across.
I had no part in this. I'll have you know.
I wonder if we could convince the monk that this really was an accident if we all just started acting badly that this is what we plan to do. He's like, well, shit, they can't all be fucking in on it.
Look, I was just paid to follow these people, alright? Don't lump me in with whatever the fuck this is.
Alright, so you're gonna take the body or something and find a place to bury him away from this battlefield?
Don't
You
you have to
see
bring back
him-
the head?
You see Abdullah with teary eyes pick up Sig, the fucking bard. I can't say his name for some reason. And say, we will talk more about this later. For now, I need to bury my friend. He picks him up and... fucking cat. Get the fuck away. Goes to somewhere to bury
I
him.
believe he says that in character. There's just a random cat. He does that in character.
Ah, there's a random
What if we
cat.
were to take his body with us? To take back as like a slain war hero? Would that convince the monk we're good people?
I mean, the fact they
anything can
called you
convince
on
the
your
monk we're
bullshit,
good
but
people. I
it's
don't
not
think we
gonna-
can convince him we're. I am a neutral, all right.
And look,
I'm-
I never claimed to be good.
And I'm obviously not approving of all of this fucking bullshit, but
but on the bright side, Scullion has a great future in the in the hand.
Yeah, what Is Lalatina even aware of the bullshit, or does he believe it's?
The last lie he's aware of.
Yeah.
So he
Sid
doesn't believe
is not
Sid, but
actually
he
a
does
friend.
believe Scoggins' grief is genuine.
Yes.
Well, of course. He doesn't know what an elf looks like when she's lying.
Well, I mean,
Which
can
is
he
all
see
the
her? That's
time.
all he needs to know.
Yeah,
Is the mouth
exactly.
moving? Okay, well, then that's case. If the monk's not buying it, then fuck it. I'm done with him. And if he wants to talk about it, I'll have a good spiel for him later.
Did the monk take any damage?
No.
Does he
No.
need healing?
Well, it was over in like 2 rounds of combat, and I don't think many orcs are given the opportunity to do damage except to chase.
Yes, they damaged me. They hit me.
Wait, they're unconscious. Do any of them need to be stabilized, though?
No, because they all took non-lethal damage.
Well, the one the monk is standing next to did take an arrow.
Yes, he took 10 lethal damage, but the rest was non-lethal. If the lethal damage is below the total health, they're not, and they don't get put into a dying state.
Okay.
When they take
So I don't
non-lethal
have to heal
damage equal to or exceeding their total health, they're unconscious.
Well, let's fucking bolt. Get out of here before this monk's tired of our shit.
And take the body with you. Alright.
Yeah, we gotta take the body with us, make sure he doesn't resurrect them.
I have to talk with my teammates for a bit, with my party for a bit. I'm sorry that you had to witness this, monk.
Alright. Let me change the color of this thing here.
Listen, I didn't know this was an assassination contract, but I mean, all I'm gonna do is ask for extra payment.
Well, Sid hasn't said
Should
anything
you get
about his
paid?
contract, yeah.
Yeah, and there's no contract. What are you talking about? This is a great. That's why I've been saying since the get go. This is just a great tragedy for the heart. He was supposed to compose a ballad about the wonders of Marr, and he died.
You, my friend, are the shittiest liar this side of Freeport, alright? I've seen lepers whose eyes have fallen out who could tell that you're bullshitting, alright? It was clearly an assassination contract. I'm just curious as to why I wasn't informed.
Look, if you understood, you would know that dwarves never lie, and elves are always treacherous people that stab each other in the back. Just because you don't understand the range of dwarven emotions is nothing that you should, be accusing someone of.
Yeah, just because
Okay,
Sid's nose is long, hooked, doesn't mean that she's greedy. Even when she rubs her hands together when the topic of coin is brought up.
To be fair, this had nothing to do with money.
Kinda.
Do you roll bluff on that one?
No, I think she's honest. This has nothing to do with
No,
money.
that was from the beginning. This had nothing to do with the money. This was just to get the hand to not be pissed at her.
Yep. A reputation's important.
Do you say that out loud? Cause
No,
No.
that's
Korinne would understand that more than he would you just murking a dude for money and not telling him.
Look. Sid is not going to admit anything out in the open like this. It's just going to be. This was a great loss for the artistic world as a whole. Truly, our culture will never recover. But if you got into, off to the side, quiet, hush, hush, where no one can hear, and you started pressing for answers, you'd probably get something more closely resembling an actual answer. But it's all about plausible deniability.
I see. Well, let's keep moving towards the Deadhead Lands.
I mean, you don't have a FedEx uniform, do you?
I
Scoggin
literally
might.
told you. I literally told you my only gripe with this is that I'm not getting paid extra.
Well, maybe you'll wake up to find some coins under your pillow one evening.
Yeah, visited
Like
by
a
the
good,
murder fairy.
The murder fairy will pay me a visit. I see. Okay.
Scott, elves. Are elves related to fairies in this? Because that would make Skoggin literally a murder fairy.
No, unfortunately, they're. Well, fortunately, actually, because I hate the fucking lore that elves are somewhat fayish.
Well, let's keep moving. We don't want to stick around a crime scene.
Yeah, right. It's been, well, we're 30 minutes away from our 3-hour mark, and we haven't had a break. So I think we'll just consider this a good stopping point since we've done something monumental. A terrible thing has happened.
Yes, this is the third act climax. The tragedy has happened. Now we move into the Act 4 turn.
Yep, and on the Marr,
there
we'll
will
get
be
to
no.
the Death Headlands.
Fortunately, there will be no Deus Ex Machina for our hero.
And you still haven't asked the name of the monk.
Well, I mean,
Well,
he's a wandering
fortunately,
monk. He's got to be nameless.
Fortunately, he hasn't asked my name either.
Well, he's not a samurai. He actually has a name.
Wouldn't we have talked about his name on our way to here? Like, at the very least, while he's riding, I would have asked him.
I mean, you can speculate.
Yeah, I think I would have struck up a conversation and asked him his name on the way over here.
And regaled him with your stories of, the toes and how you fought ogre.
Let's get a diplomacy check from your character. Let's see if you rolled well.
Oh, wow.
Yep. He was pretty friendly with you for that one day of the journey that you guys had. He revealed that you may call him Zan.
Zan?
Yep. Specifically, this name that I type here in verdant text.
Zan. Okay. Is he mad at all of us or just the elf and the dwarf? Like, is he mad at me specifically?
The elf did something inexcusable in his presence, and the rest of you are accomplices for all he cares. You're an accessory.
Even though I did nothing but help to defend his downed body from the orcs.
It was an accident. I mean, my God, Skoggin even rushed to help him and try to remove the arrow.
Pulled out the arrow.
But she's not a trained medic, but she was trying to do her best.
Yeah.
I just speak to the monk and say, I'm sorry you had to view this. I promise I will talk to my party members about this. Don't worry.
He's not Saxon Hale.
Look, this is why you can't have elves around.
Yeah, this is...
deflected with racism.
Well, I mean...
Doesn't it always work?
Yeah, prove Sid wrong.
I mean, again, this was also, if you recall, a dwarf killing another dwarf was a big sticking point in the negotiations, why I had to get some more money.
Yeah, wasn't the last major tragedy that happened to a character in this game also caused by an elf?
Indeed. The entire reason I had to do this in the first place was because of an elf.
All right, this will conclude our session for today. Your characters will no longer have to make will saving throws to make sure. And
I would say this. I would say this out of character, at least, is if Varian is really still pissed about I didn't get paid, I would probably introduce him when we get back to I would take him to the bar for a drink, let's say. And if he happened to be introduced to someone at that bar, then, well... Got to get a good
Varian
finder's
is
fee for new
very,
talent.
Varian's a very power/money hungry person, so he wouldn't mind.
He would really love those new contacts. This didn't start out as an evil campaign, but might slowly slip into that.
Then I would say this: if you don't,
one
if you,
dwarven bard at a time.
if you don't believe that this was such a great loss for the arts, I will introduce you to some of his patrons when we get back to town.
Maybe they'll tell me how much of a great loss this was and how valuable his work was.
Truly, he was so great that all of the whores in Freeport gave him free, business.
Unfortunately, this guy's not Francis, so he probably isn't as swayed by that as him.
Listen, Francis does get free business from all the whores in Freeport.
Well, except for the last one where he was cured of his disease and let back into town. That wasn't free business.
No, hold on. Francis gets paid by the whores for his service.
So I guess I'm gonna have to make a fighter character because I don't think Abdullah would want to stay with you guys any longer.
Yeah, because he has now borne witness to the fact that one of them's a murderer, or at least
No,
not
you still
militant for murder.
you still trust Scoggin. I mean, implicitly. Because the sense
It
motive.
was just a mistake.
Scoggin is beside herself with grief over
Yeah,
her accidental shooting of the bard.
The only lie you noticed was Sid not actually being all that sad that the bard is dead.
Yeah. So if anything, you should be mad at Sid.
Is Abdullah going to get a visit from the murder fairy as well? Here, this will make you feel better. Hands him over a sack of coins.
You're right. This does make me feel better. Thank God.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, you can have his toes.
No, I'm not happy with the terms of my friend.
How will you remember him by then?
The next
Also,
toes of
I
a
don't
friend
think
that
he was-
deceased is an elf of some kind.
I don't think. I don't know. I don't think he was your friend all that much, considering you asked Korinne to take care of him.
I did not mean it that way.
Oh,
All right,
now this is going to turn into a whodunit with the monk. Yeah, we'll just turn the whole next episode into an episode of Clue. Who's responsible for Braga's death?
We already know who's
We
responsible for
already
Braga's death.
know.
Okay,
It's not like it's a big murder mystery, but yes, Chase needs to go, and we're creeping on that 3-hour mark. Thank you, everyone in the YouTube chat for watching. I saw 2 names there, one of which I don't actually remember seeing before, so thank you for coming. And